The village of no return. The sun beats down on the vibrant marketplace of the village. Merchants and traders hustle about, selling their wares and goods. The air is thick with the smells of exotic spices, fresh produce, and roasting meats. Villagers of all ages mingle and socialize, their bright clothing and colorful scarves adding to the lively atmosphere. Children chase each other through the crowds, laughing and playing. In the center of the marketplace stands an ancient tree, its gnarled branches twisted and tangled. The tree seems to watch over the village, its presence both comforting and ominous. As the villagers go about their daily business, they can't help but glance nervously at the tree. They whisper among themselves, their conversations hushed and secretive. Suddenly, a figure emerges from the crowd. It's Neoma, the village elder. She's a wise and respected woman, her face lined with age and experience. Neoma approaches a group of villagers, her eyes scanning the crowd with a mixture of warmth and warning. Neoma, what's wrong? One of the villagers asks, noticing the elder's serious expression. Neoma glances around the marketplace, ensuring they're out of earshot. I've had a vision, she says, her voice low and mysterious. A stranger is coming to our village. We must be careful. The villagers exchange nervous glances. They know that Neoma's visions are never to be taken lightly. As they continue to discuss Neoma's warning, a commotion breaks out at the edge of the marketplace. A young traveler, dusty and weary, has arrived at the village entrance. The villagers turn to stare, their faces filled with a mixture of curiosity and suspicion. The young traveler, unaware of the commotion they've caused, walks slowly into the marketplace. Their eyes scan the vibrant scene, taking in the sights and sounds of the village. The traveler's worn clothing and dusty boots suggest a long and arduous journey. Neoma's eyes narrow as she watches the stranger approach. She senses an aura of uncertainty surrounding this young traveler. What brings you to our village? Neoma asks, her voice firm but polite. The traveler hesitates, unsure of how much to reveal. I'm just passing through, they reply, their voice cautious. I'm looking for a place to rest and replenish my supplies. The villagers exchange skeptical glances. Strangers rarely visited their village, and when they did, it often meant trouble. Neoma studies the traveler's face, searching for any sign of deceit. After a moment, she nods. You may stay for a short while, she says. But be warned, our village has rules and traditions. Respect them, and you will be treated with kindness. The traveler nods, relief evident on his face. Thank you, he said. I will respect your village's customs. As the traveler begins to settle in, the villagers can't help but whisper among themselves. Who is this stranger, and what does he really want? As the day wears on, the villagers' curiosity about the stranger grows. They begin to ask Neoma questions, seeking more information about this mysterious traveler. Where did he came from? One villager asks. I don't know, Neoma replies, but I sense he is not from around here. What's his business? Another villager inquires. I'm not entirely sure, Neoma admits, but I think he might be searching for something or someone. The villagers nod, intrigued by Neoma's words. They continue to observe the stranger from afar, trying to glean more information. Meanwhile, the stranger explores the village, marveling at the vibrant colors and lively atmosphere. He stumbles upon a small stall selling local crafts and strikes up a conversation with the vendor, a friendly woman named Akue. As they chat, the stranger learns more about the village's customs and traditions. Akua shares stories about the village's history and the ancient tree in the marketplace. The stranger listens intently, fascinated by the village's rich heritage. But as the conversation progresses, Akua begins to notice something peculiar about the stranger. Akua's eyes narrow as she observes the stranger. You seem to know a lot about our village, she says, her tone friendly but curious. Have you been here before? The stranger hesitates, unsure of how much to reveal. No, I haven't, they reply. But I've heard stories, and I've been drawn to this place for a long time. Akua's expression turns thoughtful. I see, she says. Well, you're welcome here. But be careful. Our village has secrets. The stranger's eyes spark with intrigue. Secrets, they repeat. What kind of secrets? Akua glances around the marketplace, ensuring no one is listening. Let's just say that our village is not like other villages, she whispers. There are things here that don't exist elsewhere, and some of them are not to be trifled with. The stranger's face sets in determination. I'm willing to take that risk, he said. I need to know what's going on in this village. Akua's eyes seem to bore into the stranger's soul. Very well, she says finally. But don't say I didn't warn you. As Akua returns to her store, the stranger can't help but wonder what secrets the village holds and what lies ahead. Neoma approaches the stranger, her eyes serious. I see you're getting acquainted with our village, she says. But remember, our customs are not to be taken lightly. The stranger nods respectfully. I understand, Neoma. I'll be careful. Neoma's gaze lingers on the stranger's face. I sense you're searching for something, she says. Something important. But be warned, the truth comes with a price. The stranger's eyes narrow. What do you mean? Neoma's expression turns enigmatic. The village has a history, one that's intertwined with the ancient tree. If you're not careful, you might uncover secrets that were meant to remain hidden. The stranger's determination grows. I'm willing to take that risk, he says. Neoma nods, a hint of sadness in her eyes. Very well. But remember, the consequences of your actions will be yours to bear. As Neoma walks away, the stranger can't help but wonder what secrets the village holds, and what price they might have to pay to uncover them. As night falls, the stranger approaches the ancient tree, its branches looming in the darkness. They reach out a hand, touching the gnarled trunk. Suddenly, visions flood the stranger's mind, images of the village's past, its people, and their struggles. The stranger sees the village's history, intertwined with the ancient tree's power. A figure appears beside the stranger. It's Akua, her eyes shining with a knowing glint. You've seen the visions, Akua says, her voice barely above a whisper. Now you know the truth. Our village is a nexus, a crossroads of ancient powers. The stranger's mind reels, trying to process the revelations. What does it mean? He asks. Akua's smile is enigmatic. It means you have a role to play in our village's destiny. Are you ready to accept the challenge? The stranger hesitates, unsure of what lies ahead. But as he looks up at the ancient tree, he feels an inexplicable connection, a sense of belonging. Yes, the stranger says finally, his voice firm. I'm ready. And with that, the stranger's journey begins, entwined with the fate of the village and the ancient tree's secrets. The next morning, the stranger wakes up to find the villagers gathered outside their hut. Neoma steps forward, a serious expression on her face. Now that you've seen the visions, you understand the village's significance, Neoma says. We expect you to respect our traditions and customs. The stranger nods, still trying to process the revelations from the ancient tree. Akua steps forward, a small, intricately carved box in her hands. We also expect you to participate in our upcoming ceremony, she says, offering the box. This contains a gift, a symbol of our village's trust. The stranger takes the box, feeling a strange energy emanating from it. As the villagers disperse, the stranger opens the box, revealing a beautifully crafted wooden pendant. Suddenly, he was enveloped by visions of the ceremony, its significance, and the role they are expected to play. The stranger looks up, determination in his eyes. He is ready to embark on this new journey, to uncover the secrets of the village and fulfill their destiny.